All right, week 7 picks. Major announcement after last week. We have someone new at the top of the leaderboard this week, and Cy has taken a 1-game lead on Zach and I, both 1 game off the pace tie for second. So it's virtually a 3-way tie, but this was crazy because it really came down to like 3 different games that I think you two were largely aligned on, and I lost. But it was obviously you guys were both on the Bears, which game-winning field goal. Chargers, game-winning field goal, which Zach and I had Miami, so that was big. And I think there was a third game-winning field goal that Cy got, and then we missed, which completely flipped the standings on its head. Zach, I do believe that you are still winning the against the spread, though, which is a nice little sportsmanship award, little honorable mention for you. But although that is arguably harder, so I'll give you credit. But yeah, and then the parlay 1 for 2, another disappointing one. We got to hit a parlay. We're getting some, getting some pressure from the outside sources to deliver on these best bets. But
we do need to we need this one. We need this one. It's been a while.
It's funny when people actually start following us. Is when we don't hit them.
I know it's a real bummer. But anyway, off to you, Zach.
Sounds good. Thank you, Evan. All right, so on to week 7. Week 7 pick'ems here. We're gonna start with the Thursday night game. Pittsburgh Steelers playing at the Cincinnati Bengals. So it's in Cincy, but Pittsburgh carries a 4.5 spread. Cy, will let you kick this one off. AFC North.
Wait, did you say Cincy carries a 4.5 spread against
Pittsburgh?
Pittsburgh does,
but it's in Cincy.
Okay, gotcha. I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins, but no cover. I actually think Joe Flacco will keep this closer than we think it will be.
Yeah, interesting showing from the Flacco-led Bengals. I think it'll get better after a full week of practice. So I don't know. I'll say no cover on the road as well.
I'm going to say Pittsburgh wins and covers, although a little weirded out by Jamar Chase's off-the-field comments this week about the Pittsburgh defensive backs. I think Joey Porter and Jalen Ramsey are going to really, really play well in this game, giving Pittsburgh to win and cover that spread.
And Zach, quick note: Mike Tomlin calling out the Browns for trading Joe Flacco to the Bengals was a hilarious one too. But continue.
That was funny.
That was hilarious. There's always an AFC North rivalry brewing. Okay, so we got the 9:30 London game: Los Angeles Rams versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. So it's neutral field technically. I guess it's technically a home game for the Jags because of the ownership there. Who has the spread advantage? The Rams do, 3.5. I'm going to start this one off. Cy was right about the Rams. We should have listened to him, Evan, last week. I'm going to pick the Rams to win big here. Give me the Rams to win and cover 3.5. So I'll kick it your way.
Yeah, they had a weird game, even though they covered. They didn't score a lot of points, but I think they will score some points against a pretty good Jags defense. I think the Rams win and cover.
Yeah, I think this is a great opportunity to get back on the Jags here. The Rams haven't been home in 2 weeks. They've been practicing on a baseball field all week. And I just ask Matthew Stafford to get off our pitching mound. If you guys didn't see the video, they're practicing at Camden Yards, and the mounds are covered in home plate, and there's a huge sign that says, "Do not wear cleats" on the mound and on the tarp, and Matthew Stafford is just on the pitcher's mound pitching. So it's a hilarious thing on Twitter right now. Tough to go to London. I'm back on the Jaguars here to win this game. Puka Nacua obviously is a huge factor if he plays or not. Looks like he's questionable for this, but give me the Jags either way.
Sounds good. All right, on to the next game here. We got Raiders playing in Arrowhead against the Chiefs. So the Kansas City Chiefs have a 12.5 spread. This is largely probably due to Geno's turnovers. This is also in Kansas City. Evan, kick us off here. Raiders Chiefs.
Yeah, that's a lot of points to lay within the divisions. The Raiders do look terrible, but I will say that the Chiefs win but do not cover.
I think the Chiefs are going to win and cover this spread. Cy, what do you got?
I mean, you know what I got. Chiefs by 1,000,000, baby. Let's go.
Yeah, I think this is going to be a domination game here. All right, we got the next game here. Miami Dolphins is playing at the Browns. I already showed my cards for this game. I think the Browns are going to win and cover that 2.5 spread. Ev, what do you got in this one?
Yeah, I said it before. I think Quinshon Judkins is going to run for 1,000,000 yards in this game on that defense. But like Dylan Gabriel, I need you to complete like a handful of passes in this game. That makes me a little unconfident. But give me the Browns to win and cover.
Yeah, I think Tua and the Miami Dolphins are going to go win this game, and I think we're going to see Shedeur Sanders season hopefully in a few weeks. So I'm going with the Miami Dolphins this week.
Okay. All right, we get the Patriots playing at the Tennessee Titans. Cy, we'll let you kick this one off. This game is out of Nashville. New England holds a 6.5 spread.
I just said I would take Drake May as my franchise quarterback, so got to pick the Patriots to win and cover. Also, although this is tough because Tennessee is going to have a new coach, and there's always that whole thing where teams are really good against the spread when they get a new coach. But even then, I'm still going to take the Patriots because their defense is really good. I don't see what Tennessee's going to do against that.
Yeah, I don't have a ton of data to support that one, although it does tend to be a narrative. So give me the Patriots to win and cover, though.
Yeah, I'm going to go Patriots win and cover too. I have heard the resurgence game, Valor, I've seen it before in live action, but I just think that you could actually flip it on its head and be like, Mike Vrabel is really playing for something after getting fired in Tennessee and having this New England Patriots team come and just rake the coals all over that Nashville field. So give me the Patriots to win and cover.
Exactly. This is a fun note for our fans too. I was watching like one of the sports media shows and they were asking if Mike Vrabel is the type of guy to hold a grudge to Teddy Bruschi. He's like, bro, one time I made a joke to him on the sideline and he still like talk smack to me about it like 5 years later. You think he's going to hold a grudge against the Titans? I was like, oh boy, yeah, no, Patriots by 1 million, bro. Let's go.
Patriots by 1 million. Okay, so we got the Carolina Panthers playing in New York versus the Jets. Carolina only holds a 1.5 spread. I'll kick this one off. I think the Jets are going to beat the Panthers. I just have this weird feeling that the Jets are going to win, so give me the Jets to win. I guess I'm going money line here. Cy, over to you.
Okay, so I know Carolina's technically terrible on the road, right? And yeah, I'm taking Carolina by 1 million this week. I think, especially if Garrett Wilson's out, I don't know if he is or not. I don't know how the Jets are going to hang in this game. I think the Panthers are going to win this game.
Yeah, I kind of have that feeling too, Zach. But also betting on a winless team feels dumb. And as Cy mentioned, Garrett Wilson is definitely out. And that's a huge problem. They will be throwing to Josh Reynolds and Alan Lazard. So, yeah, give me the Panthers.
Okay, sounds good. We got the Saints playing at the Bears, and Chicago holds a 4.5 spread. Evan, go ahead and start this one off.
Yeah, tough off Monday night, but I'll say the Bears winning cover at home with their fans presumably excited after a big win.
Same.
Yeah, the Bears got some momentum. I think they're going to go for 4 in a row now, so Bears want to cover.
Sounds good. We got the Eagles looking to stop the 2-game losing streak going up to the Minnesota Vikings US Bank Stadium. Vikings haven't really played at home in a while either. They've been overseas, so this can be a big game for both teams. Philly holds a 1.5 spread. Cy, start us off.
Do we know if JJ McCarthy's back yet?
I'm going to expect it's going to be Wentz again. I think even if JJ's healthy, I would imagine they will let Wentz play one more week against his former team. That's my guess.
All right, well, I will take Philly to win and cover, but I'm not super hype on that at all.
Same here.
Yeah, give me Minnesota to win this. I kind of would prefer it be Wentz, but at home, coming off a bye, I'm not going to make the same mistake I made with Atlanta. I pointed out these facts, and I took the Bills anyway. It's a very similar situation. Philly's not playing well, like we talked about. Minnesota's coming off a bye. I think they have enough to get it done here.
I like that example. That's very interesting with the Falcons and the Bills play there. Okay, so we get our first 4:05 game. The Indianapolis Colts are playing at the Chargers. We'll let Cy go last. I'll kick this one off. I am so, I've been kicking myself on, when is the Colts' downfall going to come, and it hasn't come yet. Give me the Colts to win and cover. This is a money line. Wow, the disrespect continues. The Chargers hold a 1.5 spread at home against the Colts. Give me the Colts to win this one flat out. Evan, over to you.
You have 1.5?
1.5 just on ESPN.
Yeah, this is the tough one. I think the Colts are the better team with where the Chargers are at right now, but I think the Chargers are going to win and cover.
That's fair. I'm not mad at that pick. My thing is, my biggest point of concern coming into this game, not to get a full analysis, is that Tre'Davious Ward got a concussion in pregame warmups, along with Anthony Richardson having an orbital fracture. I don't know what we're doing in pregame warmups, but Ward was going to pass and ran into our tight end and got a concussion after he was out for a concussion a few weeks ago. So if he doesn't play this weekend, that is a big point of concern because Jacoby Brissett was throwing the ball all over our secondary because Kenny Moore was also out. So we're out our top 3 corners in that game. But if we can get any of those guys back, which I think hopefully we'll get at least one of them, I think we'll win. I guess I would say cover, but I think we're going to win this game straight up. Yeah, it's kind of annoying. I feel like Vegas and the world just still doesn't want to give us credit, even though we're 5-1. I'm like, I don't know what we need to do to prove that we are worth giving some credit to. But the Colts, I'll take the Colts to win.
Well, the Chargers are 4-2 and at home. I don't.
Well, they got.
I think the Chargers are good as well.
To be clear, that I'm not saying the Chargers won specifically. I think the Chargers are good too. So
I'm just saying pass rush here, like y'all, because they're beat up at the tackle spot. So if y'all can generate a lot of pass rush, I think that's the difference. Because I think they're going to be able to throw the ball on your secondary. So I think that's a key. Yeah,
we'll see. It'll be a good one. This is a fair one. I'm just saying in general. I feel like we're not getting a lot of love, but it's okay.
All right. So this next game, we got the Giants playing at the Broncos. Mile High Stadium, Denver. Once again, guys, that haunting number, 7.5 spread. I'm going to go ahead and start this one off. We've lost some money on Denver here lately, but I'm going to go ahead and say that the Denver Broncos win and cover that 7.5 spread. I'm not sold on this Giants little miracle season. Last year it was, Danny DeVito or whatever the hell the guy's name was. This year it's Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo. Give me the Broncos to just win and cover this. I think they're actually going to dominate. Bo Nix knows his ass is on the line. I think he's going to play pretty well.
Zach, the disrespect to Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbo by comparing them to Tommy DeVito. Tommy was a fun guy, but these two might actually be franchise guys. With that being said, though, after a massive one last week, typically when you're young guys, it's pretty hard to go on the road and play against an elite defense, especially without Malik Neighbors and Surtain being able to potentially shut down Wan'Dale Robinson. So I will take the Broncos to win and cover after they had a bit of a dud and were lucky to win in abroad this week.
Yeah, are the Broncos going to be able to move the ball, though, against a good defense? A little tired coming back from London. I'll say they don't cover. Maybe I'm just mad at them, but because I do like y'all's logic, but
I respect it.
Cover.
Cool. All right, we got Green Bay Packers playing at the Arizona Cardinals. So this game's in Arizona, but Green Bay does hold a 6.5 spread. Cy, start us off.
Said in Arizona, 6.5 spread.
For the Packers.
Yeah, low-key, I would like the spread even more. I'm not even trying to disrespect Kyler, but I low-key might like the spread more if Kyler was playing over Jacoby Brissett because Jacoby actually played pretty well last week. But I'm going to take the Packers win and cover out of the way. They need to win a game decisively. They've had a couple of way too close games.
Yeah, Packers are very overrated. I was about to eviscerate them if they let Joe Flacco come back and beat them on 4 days of being with the team, which almost happened. But give me the Packers to win and cover against a backup quarterback.
Yep, this is my favorite spread of the week. Packers win and cover, and I think that they are going to win decisively here. I think that defense has been very prideful. They're very talented. They're very good, but they've kind of gotten smacked in the mouth a little bit, and I think they're going to get right back on pace and shut these guys down. So give me a win and cover for the Packers. All right, we talked about the Commanders and the Cowboys. We can just quickly run through those picks. Sai, you got the Cowboys, right?
Yep.
Same with me. And Evan's got the Commanders. We will move on to our 8:20 game, Sunday Night Football. Atlanta Falcons going across the country, playing in San Francisco. Evan, what do you got for this one? Oh, sorry. San Francisco cover 2.5 right now.
Yeah, I think this is a good opportunity to fade Atlanta off Monday night. I'm not in love with the 49ers, but I think at home, obviously they're just so decimated with injuries with Fred Warner now being out as well, which was just awful. But give me the 49ers to win and cover at home.
I'm going to go Atlanta money line, and they're going to be chasing these Buccaneers for the division in the NFC South. Si?
Here's the tough part. You typically want to just go San Francisco at home because Shanahan's so good and it's so hard to go win in Levi's against that great team. But I have no idea. Their defense is decimated. We already talked about this. I have no idea who plays for them on offense week to week. Is it Mac Jones and Kendrick Bourne? Is it Brock Purdy and Juwan Jennings? Is it when is Brandon Ayuk coming here? It won't be this week. Whatever the reason might be, this is very confusing to me. I will go. This is a tough one. I'll go San Francisco win just because they lost a tough one and Atlanta just won a big one. I'll go San Francisco wins at home.
Okay. We got the 2 Monday night games, which I have not really been enjoying this at all, but Here we are, 2 Monday night games. Starting off with the Buccaneers playing up in Detroit at Ford Field against the Lions. Lions have a 5.5 spread. I'll just start this one off again. I think Detroit is going to destroy Tampa Bay. Not only because I think Tampa Bay is slightly overrated, I think their defense isn't that good, and they just have too many injuries on offense. Evan had illustrated the receiver injuries, but also Bucky Irving's probably going to miss this game as well. Give me the Lions to just really bounce back. I think they're going to win and cover 5.5. I'll kick it over to Cy.
Okay, they better win and cover this after all that nonsense that their all-pro safety spoke all week. Did you guys see what Brian Branch did at the end of that game? And they had, who was it, Joseph? Who was the other player? Kirby Joseph, I think was his name, who's just were talking all this smack. Dude, you just got your, punched in the mouth. Stop talking smack. Shout out Dan Campbell, who is a great coach, for saying, I'm going to own it and say my players need to do better than that. And I think they will go, win and cover, and they better, because otherwise you're going to look soft. So that's the way I look at it.
I'll say Detroit bounces back and wins, but I'm not going to say that they cover. I don't care who Baker Mayfield is throwing to. He's an absolute dog. And the entire Lions secondary was out for that Chiefs game, so I don't know if they're still going to be out in this Bucs game, but then you add on Brian Branch, who's suspended now for a game because of what Cy just talked about. So you're basically backups on that side of the ball, but I think Detroit wins, but I'll say Baker keeps it close, or at least covers with a late touchdown in the back door.
Okay, I respect it. All right, final Monday night game. We got the Houston Texans off of a bye playing at Seattle. Cy, start us off for this final game for Week 7. Oh, sorry. The spread is 3.5 Seattle's way.
We're looking at a 3.5 spread.
3.5 spread. Seattle. I'll go Seattle wins and covers. I like Seattle, and I think Houston going on the road to Seattle is a tough trip for them to make.
Ev?
Yeah, it won't be easy off a bye for Houston, but I love the Seahawks, man. Win and cover.
Texans money line. I got to put my money where my mouth is. This team is good. This team is going to make a statement victory here on Monday night. That's what I got.
I don't hate it. All right. Let's see who can take over the lead this week, gentlemen. It's basically, like I mentioned, it's anybody's game at this point in the season for the picks leaderboard. So,
True.
See what happens.
Let's get a win on a parlay for once, gentlemen. Let's do it.
Most importantly, let's hit a parlay. All right.
Mondays down south.